Hello, all of you beautiful people that love democracy. I'm Alexander Valiency Kent. Let's talk about political corruption and a viable solution. Yes, let's solve political corruption right here, right now. Why? Why solve political corruption? This is what breaks democratic republics. It is the reason all failed democracies in all of human history internally fall to authoritarianism. It happened in Germany in the 1930s when the Weimar Republic fell to the authoritarian Nazi Third Reich. And political corruption is why the political system in the US has become increasingly authoritarian, increasingly less democratic. It moved increasingly further and further away from the real will of the people over the last 50 years. Political corruption destabilizes democracy because it is antithetical to, it is completely against the ideologies of political freedom, self-governance, and popular sovereignty, which are the libertarian trinity of democratic republicanism. God, I love democracy. Political corruption is why voters are always ignored, why the same horrific systemic problems our great-grandparents in the U.S. had, like perpetual war, widespread poverty, and other issues, still exist today. This is what leads to immense amounts of very preventable, but often intentionally created, systemic human suffering, and always has. Political corruption is what creates this giant chasm between the real will of the people, what voters want, and the public agenda, what government actually does. Financial political corruption also looks and sounds the same at all levels of government and in all countries and government types. Financial political corruption occurs when money, goods, or services are given to political officials in exchange for a desired political decision, action, or inaction. Same dynamic with similar horrific consequences has happened everywhere humans have lived for thousands of years. The biggest hurdle we face in the US in relation to political corruption is that most of it is legal. When voters scrape together $50, $100 to donate to a candidate, that's corruption. A very, very, very mild form of corruption. I've done it twice, but it's corruption. And of course, when big donors, lobbyists, and super PACs donate millions and millions that total billions and billions of dollars, that's extreme corruption that leads directly to the worst systemic problems: perpetual war, widespread poverty, poisoned food, unaffordable healthcare, education, and shelter. All of the systemic problems start from political corruption. Without political corruption, democratic republics would just